Hello everyone, today I'm going to show you how we can set up CI/CD for Azure Data Factory. We're going to use some RM templates we're going to deploy them. We're going to deploy our whole environment to a second environment, like a production environment. And I'm also going to show you how you can update your data pipelines in that new environment. First, we're going to start out by exporting the current environment to RM templates. Here is my resource group. We click on it, we click on the environments we need. So it's the smart data tool. This was the storage account I created in the last demo. The SQL server in the SQL database. We click on export template. This will generate our template. No, it's not a good thing, but it's not available. Okay, no worries about it. Just gonna download it. Well, that's it. Now we need to open our repository in Visual Studio. I'm going to use Visual Studio Code for this example. Clone it, go in Visual Studio Code, open it, yes. I think it's opened. No, not yet. Okay. Just try it one more time. Oh, it has even they added more support. Well, that's a bummer. It does not open our environment. Yeah, no worries about that. Then we're just gonna do a git clone. Go back. Copy it. Git clone. I don't have it installed. One moment, I will install it very fast. I'm gonna pause the video for now. Well, I managed to install Git, so now I'm gonna try it one more time. Git clone, yeah. Going, yes. CI/CD. Opening that folder. No, we can also do it from here. My bad. Smart data tool, yes. As you can see, this will open the master, but we will need to have another branch, and that is the publishing branch. But for now, we could also have it in the master, but it would be nice if we directly have it in the other branch. But I think it does not see it. For now, just keep it in the master, but it would be nicer if we could move that folder to our ADF publishing branch, because that's also the branch that's used to publish the data pipelines. But yeah, it doesn't, it's not the case, so yeah. Let's create a new folder. I call it RM templates. Yes, we go to our downloads. Export, extract it. Yes. This will have all those resources in one big RM template, as you can see. We're going to remove lots of stuff, so beware for that. Yeah, it's a lot. Because it takes all the settings, also the default settings, but we're going to start at the beginning. Remove this one, this can be removed, this also, yes, 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 yes. That one, yes, it's good because we don't have any rules. That's for the storage account. The blob service, yes, it will just take the default, so that's good. From it, yes, yes, security, keys, firewall rules. That one we maybe would like to keep. This will allow that all the Azure services are allowed to connect to this database. External auditing, no, not needed. Encryption protection. I'm removing most of the stuff because default it's already enabled, so there's no need to have it also in our RM template. Only if you like, if you would like to change those settings. Auditing, yeah. This is an important part. This one we cannot remove because this one is the part that will create our SmartDB database. This one is also handy. This one will define our Azure AD only authentication. I think it's still in preview mode, so no, this one we can also remove. But this will be really handy in the near future when it will be released by Microsoft. This gives us the option to only allow Azure AD authentication and no more SQL admin authentication. That's very nice against, that will help against brute force attacks and stuff like that. So very nice. Thumbs up for the Microsoft team. Again, some auditing settings, auditing policy, advisors. They like to give us lots of advice. This one is our Azure Data Factory administrator. Yeah, you would like to have some stuff like this in a parameter that you can give it by parameter. But for now, I'm just gonna keep it like this because I know I'm the same admin also for my next environment. But it would be handy if you move this part and put it in as a parameter. You have some nice options to find out what the principal ID of a user with some nice RM functions. So just look it up. It's very handy. It's also easy to use. I would recommend that. Yeah, this is our server. So storage account. This will create our SQL account. The only thing I'm missing is the part of our Azure Data Factory, the most important part. But no worries. This one we can remove. Let's check it out. So this one can also be removed. Let's go back to Azure. Let's go to our data factory and check out how we can export this. There's no option. Strange. Okay, so Microsoft still doesn't provide an option to export the Azure Data Factory. No worries. We have another solution. We can try Data Factory. Come on. Search is not really working great, if I would say that, to be honest. I would expect some better search option. True. Next. Oops. Configure for later. Check this out. We can now download a template. We can copy this part right from here, and then we can reuse it. Isn't that handy? We still maybe need to remove some stuff, but that will later. Go here. Paste it in. Let's see what of a joy it brought to us. Yeah, remove that one. Location, do we have it somewhere here already in a parameter? Because I think the best thing is just to keep the same location. East US, yeah. So we're not gonna pass through parameters. That's a bummer, but yeah, just for time being. And let's remove that one. So yeah, our properties, we can just remove them. That will keep everything on default. Change it to ADF name. We're gonna add the property just in a moment. Yeah, true, doesn't exist. That's not a good thing. Yes. Version, let's change this. Just remove the condition. Yes. Depends on. Oh. Everything. Remove this condition. Change this. Our location will be East US. Yeah. Check everything. We need to go back to our parameters. We need a new one. Yeah, great. Change this one to ADF. Name smart to prod for production. I think we're almost set. Just doing a little check. Yeah, I think we're almost set. I think we still need to do something with our firewall, database. Yeah. Only thing left is adding this one as a parameter to our parameter file. Well, yeah. Save it. I don't see any errors, so fingers crossed. Typo. Gonna push it to the master. Again. Okay, that's nice. Next thing, I think it's the best thing to create a pull request to our ADF publishing branch. And just do everything from our ADF publishing branch. I think that's the best approach. Oh no, it's a bad commit message, but yeah, I don't have any colleagues to worry about that will bite me in the ass because of the strange message that I put as a comment. So yeah, delete. No, funny. Never delete the master. Very important. Thank God that Azure DevOps has a default lock on deleting the master, or else I would be out of a job right now, I think. Well, enough jokes. Yeah. Actually, This is important for us, and also this one and this not. Actually, we can remove it. Do we gonna remove it? Yeah, just keep it for now. Next, go to our pipeline. We're gonna go directly to our release pipeline because that's the nice thing we have with Azure Data Factory. No compiling, no anything, no building. The templates are generated on the moment we publish from our master to the ADF publishing branch. And that's a nice thing. So no overhead in that. Just creating a release pipeline and setting up and saying that the resources need to be taken from our repository directly. That's a nice feature we have. Benefit. Smart data tool, and we say yeah. The default branch is our ADF publishing branch. Check the latest. And that's great. At our stage, empty job. I'm gonna call it production. In my own work environment, we have like an UAT environment and also a production environment. So this may be a thing for you to think about. It will be nice. Now let's create our first job. First job will be. Yeah, there is one slightly thing I forgot. The resource group. Because default would be nice to already have like also create a resource group. But for now I'm just gonna create it by hand. But it will also be nice to create a default create a resource group also by the RM template. Just as a tip. I'm gonna create a resource group myself. Gonna call RG smart to prod. So we know it's a production environment. Great. I don't have any connections, but I do have subscriptions. Authorize. Yeah. Hopefully this goes fast. It takes longer than expected. Yes. Subscription, yes. Thank you. Let's see if it's already there. Yeah, great. Location East USA. Let's choose our RM templates. This is the template. Now we need to specify our parameter. Great. And now we need to override the default parameters because we want a different name than the name we have in our normal environment. So yeah, but just to keep it on the same scale, we're gonna use almost the same names because yeah. And then just like add prod at the end. This one also add prod in the end. This one was already great. Okay, well, this is the part of our to create up our environment, and we're gonna keep it incremental because or else it will remove everything if you do it on complete. We'll also do it on validation only. This may be nice for the first time, but for now I'm just gonna do it on incremental, and fingers crossed, hopefully it will compile. So yeah. Next part we're gonna do another RM template, but this one will be for the for updating the ADF pipelines. I'm gonna call it ADF pipelines. And this is the nice feature we have with ADF. It already will generate. It's already generating the needed pipelines to update all the data pipelines. Yes, go to smart. Yeah, smart data tool, and then we choose RM templates factory. Great. Same path for the parameters. That's also great. Now check the name. We do need to have the same name as we are creating here. So copy that. Also, maybe a nice thing that will be good to have in the future is creating a variable group. Also did the same. Just to have everything nice and needy. Maybe also create like a task group if you have like the same tasks for your UAT environment in your production environment. But I maybe can show something about that in the near future. Save it. Yeah. Create a release. Production. Hopefully this goes fast. I think so. And also let's check it out which errors it will give us. Yeah, I'm jinxing it already, so not very smart of me, but yeah. Hey, the validation was successfully, so that means we don't have any strange things in our RM template, so that's a good thing. I'm gonna pause the video for now. As you can see, I jinxed it. Only is whining about the smart tool prod name. It's already took, so we're gonna change that one. So that's not. I've seen worse errors, so believe me. So this is a good thing. We call it smart tool prod. Just the smart tool prod v2, and that's the handy part of having a library with a variable group, because then you only change it once and it will be the same for all the places that are referencing that variable. And like if you have like a big release pipeline with lots of tasks and would takes lots of time, and sometimes you also forget to change it somewhere. Maybe you're referencing that name in a script. Just is needier to just have a variable group that will benefit you a lot. Hopefully this name is not taken. Oh, let's check it out. Gonna pause the video again. Well, it did run successfully, but I did change two slightly things. One was a dumb mistake of myself, but yeah, always happens with demos. And in the second part was I didn't have a administrator login password, because default, of course, Azure does not export a password, but that's logical. As you can see, you need to add this property, and I also put it in as a parameter, so not in the RM template. That will be the safest way to go. And the second thing I changed, I can maybe reset it for you and show you the thing I did change. Well, I had this twice, and of course that's not allowed. I don't know how it came with the export, but yeah, it's my own fault. It didn't look too good for it. That's the thing I changed. And also what I also did is I giving the password as a secret value to the RM template. So here's my password, and I made it secret, so it's not plain text. And then just gave it as a parameter to our RM template this way. This is the way you can call variables of your release pipeline. So now let's go back and see what we have created. Yeah, that's cool, great. So we accidentally created two data factories, no worries. But that's that. And we created our SQL Server, and we created our and we also created our storage account. Actually, it's a data lake, but It's hosted by the resource storage account. And I think if we go to our pipeline, we will see our one pipeline we created in the first videos. So it was just one pipeline called demo with one task await. So yeah, thank you for watching this long video. It was a little bit longer than I expected, but yeah, we did a lot of things. And hopefully you will watch also in the near future my new videos. I will be digging more in this subject, and I'll also try to create some more pipelines to see let you see how you can do some great things with Azure Data Factory, also like sending an email, stuff like that. So yeah, please like, share, subscribe, and watch my upcoming content. Thank you.